evening, everybody, and welcome back to Falls Creek Flips. My name is Bowden. I'm a part-time reseller here in Australia in Falls Creek. I sell on eBay, Poshmark, Depop, Facebook Marketplace, wherever I can move stuff, I sell it on there. And today is Sunday, so we are doing our What Sold. Now, before I get started in what has sold, I'm going to take you guys around the room because we've done some more changes this week. I'm pretty pumped right now because I've just come back from 3 days away at the Hunter Valley. It's a little bit late because we drove all the way pretty much with two little boys, which was a bit hectic, but we're here. It's done. They had fun. It was a good time. So I've been working on cleaning some stuff up this week, so I'll just show you. Around here, this was all clear last week. But you'll notice now there is all sorts of stuff on this shelf here. And we've actually filled up this shelf over here as well with some stuff. There's a big window there. We're getting a new window installed in our bedroom, which is awesome. We have an old box aircon system. And we're getting rid of that and the window because there was like perspex and it wasn't really sealed. And hopefully that's going to make our room a little bit nicer because we can open the window, let some fresh air in, all of that. But what we have done is we've moved pretty much everything into this room. So here are my boxes of clothes, which is rad. There's my old original D&D board. Just chalk paint with little dots that I did with a silver texture. I think it was like an inch apart. And made that all up so I could just use chalkboard on there. Behind, I don't know if any of you have seen this, but this is a big C. And you might be like, why is there a big C there? Well, I directed and my wife choreographed Chicago a good number of years ago. It was an amazing show. So much fun. Absolute blast. And we actually had the sign made by a local retired electrician. So he was a master electrician. And that is the C from the start of the Chicago sign that we kept for us. So we've got all of our shoes are starting to get put in here. These are all the consoles that I need to list there. There's the drum kits again and that. Got all my plush, all my hats, all my miscellaneous. Here is my to be listed pile, guys, which means that the tool room is now empty. Woohoo! And I have access back over this side as well where I had all my boxes previously. So it's been a super productive week in that sense. And we've had a really good week in sales. It's so nice to be able to get away for a couple of days. Pretty much what I'm about to show you has sold while I've been away, which is just phenomenal. It's so much fun. I love this option where you can like have stuff ready to go away and things still tick over. So let's go through what we have sold here, guys. We've got a whole bevy of things here. Clothes, games, DVDs, hats, and plushes. So we'll start off here. This is a Lightning McQueen Disney. I don't know what year it is. It's pretty modern. He does talk. It's switched off at the moment. I took the batteries out, but he did work. So I'm pretty certain that's going out to someone as a Christmas present, but a really cool little Lightning McQueen. And he does talk. I then have two rare Squishmallows. They have been discontinued. Those two, I checked them out. And so they've sold as a bundle. I think it's Kelly the Koala, and I don't know who this unicorn is, but I did know the name. But yeah, then we have the West Ham United beanie, brand new with tags. That's sold nice and quickly. Have here, this is one of our Collector's House lots. So, Beverly Hills 90210, Spelling Entertainment Inc. And on the inside, it actually has, just here, 1991 on the top there. So, 1991, 100% cotton, made in China. So, nice vintage piece there. New South Wales Waratahs, Canterbury. This sold on Depop, which is lovely. We sold this Seattle Mariners. It is a youth-sized... youth-size new era, authentic collection, Seattle Mariners baseball hat. So cool to have that one go. That also sold on Depop. And then we have this Converse Newsboy / Messenger hat. Yeah, just a cool little pickup. $2 into 30 there, I'm pretty certain. And then this little vintage Holstein Canada. That is a K Products again. K Products, where is it? Just here. It says K Products proudly sewn in Canada, which is pretty cool. So Nice little vintage Holstein hat there, and that has sold for, I think, $50 on Poshmark. So they pay for the freight. I don't see that. I just pay a 20% fee. So yeah, cool to have that going. We'll then come over to these shirts here, guys. I talked to you last week. I gave a Derrick Rose Adidas Chicago jersey to a mate of mine because it wasn't legit. And then this week, I went and found and sold an Adidas t-shirt, Chicago Bulls, Derrick Rose. So that has sold. So really nice piece. Yeah, just super cool shirt. Like, this is all 3D print. Really, really cool. Nice little fade on it as well, a little bit. So yeah, super happy that that one was picked up. We then have the Triumph Bonneville. I've had this one for a while, sold for full price. Just shows that sometimes you just got to wait for the right person to come along. And I'd say with Christmas coming up, someone's probably bought this for dad or grandpa because they really love their trumps. So yeah, really cool shirt to have go out. And then we picked this one up. I'm not a big fan of picking up gaudy shirts, but I saw this thing in the thrift. It looks like an Ed Hardy, but it's actually a Christian Audigier. You can see the CA down in the corner there. Really cool rhinestones all over, and made in USA tag. So it matches everything. I did some checking just to make sure it was legit. So Christian Audigier actually did some time at Ed Hardy, and a couple other brands where he produced a lot of these like really high impact pieces. Lots of color, lots of bling. And finally, he decided to go out on his own. So super sought after designer. And this is like just a crazy piece. It's not something I could ever see myself wearing. But someone has paid top dollar for that very quickly. So I'm super happy that that has gone out the door. We then sold a bit of media. This unsealed DVD, The Big Country. Again, that's from the lot from my father-in-law, so nice to have that move. Obviously, it is Christmas time, ladies and gentlemen, because we have sold our sealed Andre Rieu Christmas in London. Don't sleep on music DVDs and Blu-rays, guys, because they do move and they do sell well. So this is sold for $30. I've had a bunch of other music ones sell really well also. So pick them up when you find them. Always comp them just to double check, but I really do love music DVDs and Blu-rays. Next, we've got a couple of PSP games. We've got Liberty City Stories for the PSP, so nice Rockstar. It is complete, in really good nick. I've got the manual, I've got the map in there, so super happy that that all came in such good nick and has gone out the door. And then a random one, Peter Jackson's King Kong. Again, in complete condition. Really nice nick. Not a big seller, but always good to move them along. It's, you know, I got these in a lot a good couple of months ago, and I got 2 PSPs in the lot. One of them works, one of them doesn't, so I've kept one as my tester. The other one I will probably put up for parts after Christmas. I don't really want to put it up pre-Christmas and have someone buy it thinking it's going to work, so I'll put it up after Christmas. But essentially, these 2 games have covered the lot. I've sold a bunch of other games and that from the lot. So it's nice that, like, those 2 in sense, that's my money back and the rest of it's all been profit. Next is Spyro Enter the Dragonfly on Platinum. This was a killer game. I played this heaps when I was younger. And I used to have my cousins that come over from Canberra and they'd always want to play Spyro. So we kept that around for a while they were younger and used to come out during school holidays and would play that. So yeah, super fun game. Love the platform. I love the series of Spyro. We have Crash Bandicoot as well, which got a workout from me and my mates. A mate of mine, Phil Brown, used to come down and play this one with me. So yeah, really, really fun game. Cool. Sad to see it go, but it is part of the consignment lot and it has moved. Disney's Aladdin for the Game Boy. Rad little game. Lots of fun. Love getting any of these Game Boy games and having them move out the door. Just shows how much nostalgia there is and how much people are willing to pay to reclaim that childhood again, or to do it with their kids, or like to grab what they missed out on. So super happy to have that one go. Now, shout out to 2 Aussie thrifters. I was going to sell this for a lot cheaper until I saw what they sold theirs for, and I went, holy hell, let's put the price up. So MANEATER Day 1 edition has sold. So yeah, really happy that I spotted that in their video a couple of weeks back, in their what sold video, because it meant I didn't go cheap on this, and because it's a consignment sale, it means my mate gets a little bit more cash. PS4 Brawlout. It's a bit of a Super Smash Brothers kind of platformer idea. Doesn't appear like it's still got a massive following, but it must have enough because that has sold. Who didn't love Diablo? I definitely did. Wasn't one that my mum really appreciated, being that we were a very religious household, and I still go to church, not going to hide that. But super religious, and so this was a big no-no for a long time, but I would go to friends' places and play it, and then eventually mum kind of realised it's just a game, it's nothing going to happen there, so she relented, and this was part of the consignment lot, but it's been sitting in my lounge room and I've been playing it for the last couple of months. So super fun. Do love getting back into that. Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice. This seems like a really interesting story-based game. Just having a read of some of the background on it and what they've done. I mean, it's got some serious awards behind it. And just the graphics and stuff look really cool. So if it hadn't have sold so quickly, I was going to try and give this one a bit of a play and see how it went. But this one sold super fast. And then Greedfall. I got told by a couple of my mates, do not play. Don't waste your time. So I'm not, but someone else has bought it, and I'm super happy that they have. So, guys, that is what we have sold this weekend. Well, I've been away on holidays, so it's super good that, like, that sort of thing, you can continue to pump along. There's so much currently happening. I've got stock coming in. I'll show you a couple pieces, actually. I went shopping on Friday with my boys just before I left. Found some really cool pieces. So, this is them here. I found this little Luke Bryan. It's not an official, like, WWE. It's on a Gildan tag. But Luke Bryan, wrestler. I'm pretty sure that's who Luke Bryan is, from memory. So I picked that up, $5. That should sell for 30 plus. Oh, no, maybe. Whoa, hold on a second. I didn't realize there was a back hit. Maybe Luke Bryan is a country musician. Yeah, he is, actually, now that I think about that. I feel like an idiot right now. I'd been thinking I'd picked up a wrestler shirt, but it's Luke Bryan, who is a country singer, and this is a tour shirt. Hadn't even seen the hit on the back, so that's all right. FootJoy, guys, absolutely love getting golf shirts. It's going to be something I'm going to start hitting a little bit more as I go around the coast, because there are so many golfers that like donate their stuff to thrift stores as they upgrade. But I always see them, and I always pass on them, but I know how much there is good money in them. So I'm going to start moving on more golf shirts and like bring that, like refine that market down a little bit for myself. But $8, I know I can turn that like really nice big embroidery piece there, medium. So it's a good relaxed medium, that one is, and that'll sell for $30 to $40. Love this little shirt here, guys. I feel like it might be vintage. I'm not 100% sure. It is a double stitch, but as you've seen, like I've had some single stitches that are modern. I've had some double stitches that are also vintage. But look at this print. It's like someone got, potatoes and like did a potato stamp on it. I've got 2 young kids, and my wife was potato stamping this week, so that's why it's on my mind. But it's a really, really rad design. But ultimately, it's Caesar's Palace, so Caesar's exclusively. And underneath on the tag, we see 100% cotton made in USA. Yeah, so I'm feeling like it could be like on the cuff of vintage. I've got to do a bit of research, see if I can find any information about it. But really cool, like you've got like gold print on the top here and all this sort of stuff. And the lines through a gold print. But just really cool Cowboys and Indians print with the cacti there. So that was cool. And then this bad boy here did not have a price tag on him when I went in, but have a look at this. The on-field NFL player jersey, New York Giants, OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr. Just a really, really top-notch quality jersey. It does have a little pull on one sleeve there, well, on both sleeves, I should say, but because they're on the lower sleeve, it's not going to be a big issue. That still should go nicely. But yeah, just really, really nice. All of it is there. High quality press there, and then you've got that holographic stitching in the tag. So yeah, it's been a fun week. We've got stuff moving. We've got stuff happening. My mate's coming back again this week. He was the one that helped me clean a lot of that up. Just essentially, I was listing while he was taking photos. And then once we ran out of battery, we'd get in and clean together, and then we'd get back to it. So we hit 2 half days up this week of doing that. So it's been super fun. I'm super grateful for his help, because you do get very lonely in this. All power to the couples that do it. That's awesome. But my wife wants to become a doctor. Who knows why? But yeah, she's decided that's what she wants to do. So I'm fully supporting that, and I am super proud of her. Don't worry. But it does mean that I can sit out here for hours in a day and not really see another person. So it's nice to have someone else come in, keeps you a bit sane. He's retired now, so it gives him something to have a bit of value with. And he recommended a lovely winery that my wife and I went to today. So we got some wine from there. Fantastic. Shout out to Scarborough Vineyard. If you haven't been there and you're going to the Hunter sometime soon, put that on your list. Scarborough Vineyard, it is fantastic. Their tasting is superb. I've done a lot of wine tasting in my time, and theirs is one of the best. Their tasting rooms are phenomenal, and their wines are just incredible. So we grabbed a couple bottles and brought them back. But guys, thank you so much. We'll go into our breakdown now, but just remember, guys, as this week progresses, as we move into December, just keep flipping. Okay, guys, here we are in our breakdown now. So I'll just take you through this nice and quickly. I won't try and dwell on it too much. So all up, we have 24 items that have sold. Out of that, I will just say there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8 of them. So out of 24, 8 of those items, so a quarter, are were either consignment lots or self located lots, so lots from my own items, e.g. my father-in-law's estate. So just so you understand that when I've been showing stuff as $0, they're either consignment or I owned them prior, and they're not something that the business has bought. But going through that, we have bumped our figures up yet again to a really great number. We've got $777.22 in sales. That's just huge, guys. So fantastic. Our cost of goods is $66.40. So we're looking at less than 10% of our sale price for cost of goods, which is just so good, guys. Cannot say enough about how good that price is. And I think one of them may even be wrong. I'm seeing my Aladdin was purchased at $15, and I don't think that's right. I'll have to double check that in my figures. But regardless of that, even if that comes down to, let's say, $3, that's going to take us down to $50 odd. So $51.40, $53.40 it would probably come down to, which would be huge. To think that's that's well below 10% of our sold price. So then looking at shipping, so fees and freight comes to $266.18. That does break down. I'll just give you guys an understanding. Breakdown, listing fee is about $115.83. I don't actually drag across my exact listing fees. I just have it set at a percentage, which is slightly above what my just standard percentage is, because I probably have a split of about 30% promoted listing sales and 70% aren't. So I bumped my figures up a little bit in my spreadsheet to show that. but ultimately it does cover all of my listing fees each week. And then my shipping costs, I do know what they are exactly, so that's not an issue. My shipping costs come to $150.35. So all up, that's $266.18. So when we take both that $66.40 and the $266.18 in costs out of our total sales, we are left with $444.64 in net return. So that's a huge amount, guys. That is such a quality amount to be hitting. I'm so happy with that. If I can be doing that every weekend, plus my weekday sales, guys, it's phenomenal. It really does show that consistency is key, and I'm going to do a little bit of a touch point on that this week, a little Falls Creek focus and talk about consistency. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome week. Hope you guys are loving the time that you're having out there, that you're finding some great stuff, that with the good weather we're seeing garage sales back up. Thoughts go out to anyone out in Western New South Wales with flooding at the moment. Stay safe, stay dry, or as my friend did who's got a farm, go kayaking in your fields for once. You know, who can say they've done that? But yeah, guys, thank you so much. Have a great week, and we'll catch you guys on the next episode.